What's up, everybody? Yesterday I got to see Elvis early screening at AMC. Before I talk about the movie, I want to talk about the experience, just getting a popcorn and a soda. I hear a lot of people say that theaters need to get rid of the 20-minute previews. When a movie starts, it says it starts at 7. It starts at 7. And while I do agree on that, I think they should get rid of the previews. You can't get rid of the previews if it takes you 40 minutes to get a popcorn and a soda. I arrived at the AMC at 6:30 on the dot. I got in my theater with my popcorn and my soda at 7:20. And you know what? Even though it took me 40 minutes, I still got there when the Nicole Kidman fucking ad started. I had to sit through there, the whole ad, and I waited 40 minutes for a popcorn and soda, and I still saw the fucking ad when I'm already at the AMC theater. How can we get rid of the previews if it takes you 40 minutes to get a popcorn and soda? We can't get rid, they're lifesavers for these workers. I honestly, I can't judge them because I don't work there. I want to work there and understand. Is it that difficult to get someone a popcorn and a soda? But then they need more workers. What? We can't get rid of the previews and make the movie theater experience better if it takes you 40 minutes just to get a popcorn and soda. Because I want to get rid of the previews, but you can't get rid of the previews. It takes you 40 minutes to get a popcorn and soda, and by the time you get in there to see the movie, you done missed 20 minutes of the movie. And maybe this is just because the AMC I go to is very busy. You know, they had the early screening, but I don't think it was just the early screening that everyone was there for, because when I got in there, everyone was in there. I think everyone was seeing Top Gun Maverick, Lightyear. There's a whole lot of movies to see. And if we keep having movies come out like this is going to keep being an occurrence, and then for probably the bigger chain theaters, and we won't be able to get rid of the previews because people need the previews. They don't miss any of the movie. And then you have the people that do get in the theater 20 minutes before get in there on time, and they still got to wait through 20 minutes of trailers. So it's a very fucked situation. But we're not here to talk about the state of the movie theater and all that shit. We're here to talk about Elvis. Elvis was a movie that I was I wasn't too sure about, because I definitely wasn't too sure about when I saw it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. Jesus Christ, that's long. But especially I guess I know it's a biopic, but god damn, that's long. So, but then I saw that Rotten Tomatoes reviews were pretty good. Then I saw Jimmy John's review; he said it was pretty good. So my expectations went up. But it was still a thought in my back of my mind. Wow, this is just gonna be a big disaster. But then I get in there. I watch the movie. Austin Butler. Let's give him the Oscar now. This man's performance is the best I've seen in a while. This man's performance, he embodied Elvis. He embodied Elvis so well that when he finally started to show up, and I'm like, that Austin Butler is that Elvis? I can't tell. He had the voice down, man. He had the voice perfect. And I know Elvis' family said they've seen a lot of bad renditions and showings of Elvis' life, but they said this is by far the most perfect and a respectable one. So I think Austin Butler should be very proud of that. I know a lot of people have a lot of things against Elvis. Said there's rumors that he's a pedo, and there's things that he stole African American music, and they kind of talk about it directly in the movie. They show the people that music he supposedly took, and they just basically said, one of the characters says, Elvis, the music would be a lot better in your hands and sell a whole lot more with you than it will with these people. Which I guess they're right. It was the 1950s and 60s. People weren't really buying black people's music compared to how it is now, where a lot of the top artists in certain genres are all African American, but back then that was a different time. And so they didn't really touch on that, him allegedly being a pedo. They don't really touch on that. I don't know if that's true, but a lot of people keep saying it's true, but I don't know if it's true. But as far as directing goes, Baz Luhrmann, he's the director of The Great Gatsby. I think he really did a great job with this movie. There was so much style, so much this wackiness, and what you should expect from him. So much wackiness. I really love how it was directed. It kept you interested. And I think biopics can always keep me interested because I'm always thinking to myself, if it's true that happened, that happened. So it's like it could have dragged very easily, but he kept it very interesting, especially with his directing style. If I have to give it a score, I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good movie. There was like one part where it dragged. I feel like after Elvis in the movie, when it's a scene after like it's in the middle of the first act and the second act where Elvis has to go somewhere, and I feel like that's where the movie starts to drag. But after that, the movie picks right back up and starts getting going. I feel like the third act is probably I would say the third act's the best act in the movie because that's when they really get into the music part and get into like the latter part of Elvis's career. I feel like that's where it gets the most interesting, and that's like Austin Butler and like prime Elvis state. I feel like that's when he's gonna win his Oscar for that third act. He was in like prime Elvis. But yeah, 8 out of 10 movie. Dragged in a couple of spots, but still overall very interesting and entertaining in my opinion. If you don't want to see it, I understand, but I do suggest you see it. Yeah, peace.